Hey, yo, Suave.
You
see the graphics. You know what time of the year it is. There's only one thing for us to do.
What it is?
It's time to play a game. Wait.
You're going to have to raise the offering first.
That too. All right, let's play this game.
Hey. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. Let's say that bitch again. I know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. We say that bitch again. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail out. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail out. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on.
Yeah, man. Sponsored by Vita Hermosa Cigars, a premium cigar experience coming to you soon here, and hand-to-hand retail via you, and internet online retail via you, all that good stuff. Wood, Suave Burgundy, you know, that's what we do. Mr. Zelmy mine, that's Suave Burgundy.
Bruv.
AEW All In 2024 takes place from wonderful Wembley Stadium, London,
England.
Wembley. Put it in Wembley.
I believe it's in Wembley.
Look at it. So we have ourselves, as of right now, things are always subject to change, but as of right now, we have ourselves, looks like 10 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And with a roughly 1 p.m. Eastern start time, we literally have an entire afternoon worth of wrestling on Saturday, August the 25th, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord?
I'm sorry, Sunday, August 25th, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord?
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord?
2020, 4 for 4.
Would you like fries with that, sir?
Sweet potato, yes.
Dipping sauce for your nuggets, pause.
Dipping sauce. Yo, I had some honey balsamic dressing. I would love to try some dipping sauce like that as a dipping sauce for some nuggets. So I'm going to say yes to that too. Let the church say.
Hey. Man.
Fast forward to the card. This is in no particular order. There's going to be a lot of action going on here. Lots of main event talent going on. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. There is a London ladder match for the AEW
falling down
World Trios Championships. Your champions, the Patriarchy, taking on the Bang Bang Gang, represented by the Gun Club and Juice Robinson, taking on the juice need to go back in the bottle. That dude, wow. Taking on House of Black. And then,
man, Juice Robinson.
And as of right now, a mystery team that probably should have been slated to be Death Triangle, who is, won't be there. But for now, we'll call it
contractual obligations. It will not be Death Triangle.
Yeah. So we'll just say that. So all that, not knowing who the fourth team is going to be. Number one, Suave, do you have an idea of who you might think the fourth team will be? And regardless, who ain't gonna win?
I do not have an informed guess on who that team will be. I will say who ain't gonna win is the insurance deductible of AEW, because somebody going to the hospital.
Ladder matches find their way of causing the most egregious of injuries for absolutely no reason. I don't think this will be any different.
Yeah, I got nothing for you. I got to be honest with you. I've got absolutely nothing for you as far as who might come out victorious. I would assume the Patriarchy ain't gonna win. Let's go by process of elimination. Patriarchy ain't gonna win.
One of your members of your team who earned the belt can't even carry the belt because the father of the year, Christian Cage, has given said belt to Mother Wayne. And I'm talking about Kill Switch, aka Luchasaurus.
So process of elimination kind of goes where I do have a guess. Undisputed Kingdom could be the fourth team.
In totality?
Yeah.
I like it.
So you'd get you could get Roddy, Taven, and Bennett. And those three could be a trio squad. The new version of Top Flight, which is Leo Rush with Dante Martin, Action Andretti, and Darius Martin.
Okay.
Because you do, I mean, if you're gonna put people in a ladder match, you know, this is out of TK's playbook. This is out of Kanos's playbook to put some people in there who like to jump off of stuff. Thing is, my wrestling pedigree or my wrestling conditioning always says that if it's a mystery team involved, that mystery team should either be incredibly impactful in their debut or should be the odds-on favorite to win. Chances are, with the way things are set up right now, neither one of those things are guaranteed. And we don't find out who that other team is until
Cardiff Collision.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say everybody not named the House of Black.
That's the most cohesive unit there.
Yeah.
And there's only one X factor in that trio as far as contractuals. It makes the most sense that if anybody's going to play a little bit of fair ball or friendly ball, it would be that person for that reason and that reason alone. I'm with you. Let's secure the bag until the bag is secured and figure if we can walk this dog a little longer. Everybody not named House of Black ain't gonna win.
Now, my other option is for the exact same reason, and I can never get enough of Juice Robinson on my television screen when it's AEW things concerned.
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying? Like, so Bang Bang Gang going over is not a bad thing for me. More Juice Robinson equals buy rate.
And Juice Robinson right now is teetering in face territory.
Macho Man Juice Robinson is for the people. Juice Robinson will feed families. I'm finna start a whole groundswell of support for Juice Robinson just because.
Justice for Juice. All right.
Just us for
Just us for Juice. Just me and you for Juice. Nobody else. Just us.
Yeah. Right. Bro, do you
Gangrene.
Man, they better not let me get a front row seat no time soon, because I tell you where I'm gonna have a front row seat. We'll talk about that at the end of this, because it's Go ahead, keep going.
All right. In an all-in casino gauntlet match for a guaranteed AEW world title matchup. So this one is kind of all over the place right now. And we don't know who all is going to be in this match. All we do know is that Orange Cassidy is for sure going to be in the match, and there will be a maximum number of 21 competitors in and out of the match at any given time.
Why is he involved? Can we get a break, please? We've had this experiment. I think we have gone as far as we can possibly go with Orange Cassidy as a face. You are not ready to switch this up.
He's really giving me go home heat vibes.
Him and Chris Jericho, two-seater bike.
Both of them. And the irony is that one of the first major feuds in this company involved those two together with a little bit of the bubbly.
Two-seater bike. Yeah, Orange Mimosa, we can do without. Watch, because they're going to end up being a tag team at some point. Orange Mimosa. Drink it in, baby.
Yeah. Any special surprises? The internet has a lot of chatter right now are we getting any special surprises during this casino match? Typically, we get a couple of them that are not like ground shaking, but like something like eyebrow raising.
Ricochet.
I'm with you on that.
Mustafa Ali.
Richard O'Shea, Mustafa Ali.
That would be funny as hell if they named him Richard O'Shea. Or like just named him Rick O'Shea. Oh my God. And dress him up like a leprechaun.
That's what wouldn't happen. They definitely wouldn't do
that. That would happen on another guy's watch.
Yes.
In a different company.
Yes.
They've ousted him. I feel like because of the size of the crowd and because of the fact that you have no expectations for the lineup in this match, this is where you pull the pin out of the grenade and just roll it into the room. Anybody you can get to show up, get them. I don't care who it is. Bobby Lashley, MVP, Ricochet, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali.
Your new AAA Mega Campeon, Alberto El Patron.
That ain't gonna fly.
Oh.
Sammy Guevara.
Yo, wait a minute. Didn't you see Sammy?
I did.
Why you got a soccer mom haircut? Continue.
I don't know why, but Sammy is like super over with the crowd.
It was because it was Texas.
That part. That part. So shout out to the de facto general manager of the Broken Pencil Booking Company brand and the Trios champion, the third member of the Trios Championship Committee, Ron Murray, who set up a fantastic expedition to the most recent episode of AEW Collision on AEW Saturday, August 17th, Year of Our Lord.
I said Year of Our Lord.
Year of Our Lord.
Year of Our Lord.
20 and 24 at the Esports Stadium here in beautiful Arlington, Texas. So we were able to enjoy all of the fruits of the labor that went into making that a joyous situation. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. We'll talk more about it as we continue to flesh out this You Know Who Ain't Gonna Win. There's different things that came up that were very entertaining about what we saw and things we experienced, and we were able to put some of the pieces together about what we've been able to say on this show about the overall presentation of AEW.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
But, you got any special appearances? Anybody you think? Because we can't pick a winner because we don't know who in it.
I mean, Lashley MVP, those for sure come to mind. I don't care what the internet scuttlebutt says. I care not to see Shane McMahon in any capacity in AEW.
Who in their right mind would want to see Shane McMahon in this gauntlet match, let alone an AEW world title match, knowing the way AEW world title matches go?
Those who have never truly paid attention to AEW product since its inception and don't understand the true range of the product that doesn't require character development.
Shane ain't finna work 30 minutes ordering lunch.
Especially in his
30 minutes in a title match.
Especially in his 50s, especially after his last appearance in a pay-per-view.
That man ain't got no reason to.
Like for
Not even
what?
saying he can or he can't. Just there's no reason.
There's no reason to. It doesn't make any sense. Moving right.
A free agent?
I don't even know who else is a free agent.
Okada should be in there. Maybe.
You said Okada should be in there.
He should probably be in the gauntlet. Maybe Will Hobbs comes back.
If you say Hobbs, I say Wardlow.
Takeshita
should be Takeshita. Mark
should have been New Japan champion before Forbidden Door.
What's the guy that was also in the family with him?
Moxley.
Kyle Fletcher. Moxley should be in it.
Kyle.
I mean, if we're gonna go down and name the 21, I mean, we got names for days. It's the surprises that I'm more worried about because they got people on the roster who need to show up who haven't been on TV in a while. But there are people who aren't in a.
But part of the thing is, if we ran down to 21 that we thought should be or could be in this match, we'd have a damn good situation. Here's what we just named: Moxley, Takeshita, Wardlow, Will Hobbs, Okada. You can put Pac in there as another person. That's 6 right there.
Let's get Khan.
7.
I mean, if you're gonna get Khan, why not get Tor Leona? 8.
Dustin Rhodes.
9.
Give me.
Did you already count Mustafa Ali?
I did not. We didn't go
10.
back and count those that we were talking about before. Mustafa Ali, Bobby Lashley.
11.
MVP.
I don't know if I'll put MVP in the Casino Gauntlet match. I would have him show up.
Okay, either or. Give me Josh Alexander.
Ooh.
Well, it's still TNA, so that's probably not gonna work at the same time.
So that's what I was gonna say. If you can do Josh Alexander, because Josh Woods, put Josh Woods in there.
Okay.
If you could do Josh Alexander, then you also could do Joe Hendry, and that's someone you talking about bridging the gap.
If Joe Hendry could get all 3 TVs in the same
listen,
yeah,
goat level unlocked.
Exactly, but you know that ain't gonna happen, so we'll cut that loose. Give me. I said Okada, right?
Yep. Claudio is busy.
Claudio should be there.
Yeah, he's
Leo
not busy. Ooh, Leo give us a nice show too.
See, Leo should be a part of that. Give me Brian Cage.
Swoverine deserves to be in there.
Give me Hook's got prior engagements.
Bring back Joe. There's a surprise.
Joe is currently earning money, but I agree. Bring back Joe. It is all off the top of my head.
Because even if Joe doesn't win, if he shows up, it's going to be a pop. And
without a doubt.
And he can go back to the hole that he was in for a couple of months.
Hangman Page, he ain't doing nothing.
I was trying not to say his name.
I mean, we're trying to fill spots here. That's all.
And then of course 21 is Orange Cassidy. I mean, we're only missing like 2 or 3, but I think that's a nice rounded lineup.
Give me Action Bronson. Yeah, give me Action Bronson with the run in.
What would be dope? Well, it would be crazy. I don't know if anybody would even catch this, but have Action Bronson come out first and have Big Body Best come out next.
Oh,
I don't know if they want to see that on TV, but
don't even put your eyes on me like that again. You hurt.
Yeah. Moving on, because that one, I don't.
Yeah.
Without knowing the moving parts, that one's kind of hard to call. We'll move forward though. For bragging rights, this is a 0 hour match as of right now.
Is it?
It is. Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Chris Statlander on Saturday night, because every night is Saturday night, and Stokely Hathaway. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
I'm assuming they're probably gonna save the one-on-one between Willow and Statlander for All Out. In which case, give me Stokely and Statlander to not win.
I'm with you on that. I think Statlander is going to be in the way of causing Tomohiro Ishii to put major hand damage to Stokely Hathaway's chest.
Right. You know we love Stokely over here, but it don't look like a fun day at the office for him.
Not at all. Not at all.
Run.
Fast. Very quickly. For the AEW Women's Championship, your champion, Timeless Toni Storm, taking on Mariah May. Suave, who ain't going to win?
This goes against all of my better judgment. Toni Storm ain't going to win.
No, I've actually got Toni Storm not winning as well. Reason why I have her not winning is because of Mina Shirakawa getting involved and siding with Mariah May.
that doesn't tickle my creative fancy whatsoever. The reason I ended up here at Tony Storm not winning is because with all that's gone into this betrayal and this particular story, if you don't beat Tony Storm now, who do you have that potentially could even pose a threat to Tony Storm anytime in the near future?
I really hate that you asked that question because there's only one answer.
CEO.
No. Rebecca Quinn. And that's the glass door that we don't want open.
That's essentially a face versus face situation. So it yes, you're correct, but at the same time, is that where our money is?
Absolutely not. No.
So boom.
Especially considering something that we've seen before.
And then there's that.
All right. For I would say for our amusement, but I'd be remiss if I didn't say otherwise. Regardless, Jack Perry versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Before I went to Collision, I would have absolutely said Jack Perry ain't gonna win. 100%. But Jack Perry has really started to find himself in this scapegoat situation.
Yep.
I know there's a group of people on the internet who want nothing good to say about Jack Perry.
There's
also another group of people on the internet who want nothing bad said about Jack Perry.
That's not me.
Just from a point of a conscientious observer, regardless of what I think about his conduct that led him to this place, his work within the confines of the character have been improved to where now there is a new version of the TNT Championship that looks hella marketable.
Yep.
Before the debut of that championship, I would have said, hands down, Jack Perry wasn't going to win. But now with that new title, I give him about a 45% chance to retain on some chicken shit heel situation. Thing is, the title looks just as good for Darby's character. So it's not exactly like if Darby carries that belt around, he's going to lose anything by carrying it. It looks like a Darby Allin design. To be perfectly honest, now that I think about it, had we just waited until Darby Allin beat Jack Perry and then have him pull that out, pause, I think it would have worked better for AEWshop.com. So now I've changed my mind again. Jack Perry ain't gonna win.
For all the reasons that you said that he ain't gonna win, I'm saying all. For all the reasons you say he ain't gonna win, is all the reasons I want to tell you that that's actually why Darby Allin ain't gonna win. As much as I despise Jack Perry, I don't think that it's everything that you said was like, you know what? Absolutely, you're right. This is what's going down in these streets. Yep.
Okay. Riddle me this then. If Jack Perry retains, it's not so much that I have a question about what's next for Jack Perry. You're just going to bring along another babyface for him to smash until you have another name for him to smash. What are you going to do with Darby Allin if he does not win here?
You can't repackage him, but you can send him away. I mean, naturally, he's been a crash test dummy.
He just came back from being away.
That's what I'm saying. He's a quarterly crash test dummy. He'll come in, do some stuff, get hurt, leave. Come back, do some stuff, get hurt, leave. How can you continue? How can you put stock into someone? Right. How can you put stock into someone who's continually putting themselves in the way of harm? Not saying they put them in harm's way, but in the way of harm, unless they're that calamitous. And if they are that calamitous, do you have enough faith that they can remain healthy enough to carry a title? I don't think so. Normally,
I would agree with you in your logic here. However, subtract the name Darby Allin. replace that same argument with
anybody else
on AEW's roster. Everybody, including one name we didn't mention for the gauntlet, Adam Cole, because he's rumored to be ready to come back. Same. There, he is no. The more I used to think that he was the outlier, he's no different than anybody else on the roster. He is one poor decision in the ring from being off TV for 6 months, and then right back in the same position he started in. So I'm just like, and we say this all the time when you get ready to take a title off of a champion. It's not so much about what you have planned for the champion. What do you have planned for the ex-champion once they are no longer champion?
Because typically, if it's a lower card title, typically what you have planned is a future title match, or at least a feud to sniff that title, even if it's not a match that's involved. It's easy when it's a lower title going up.
Right.
Darby ain't sniffed that, and I don't think that if he loses or when he loses, that he's going to be the next in line for a feud with Max.
Darby and Max is always something that you can get some money out of. But even with that, Darby ain't beating Max no time soon. Darby's probably not going to... Darby can contend for the AEW World Championship, but I don't see him winning there either. He's been a tag champion, so that's going backwards for him. So if he loses to Jack Perry, I don't know what his next move is. So are you going to turn him heel to keep him fresh? Which that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You already heel heavy around there.
Well, and he does heel work. It's just people cheer for him because he's crazy.
And bing bong, and then you
like
pretty much
Darby is poor man's Mick Foley. He's doing everything Mankind was doing with 100 less pounds on his body.
Timu Jeff Hardy.
Yep. Moving on. We'll be talking about them, both of them all night long.
Jack, just do what you're supposed to do.
For the AEW World Trios Championship. Oh, we already talked about that one, didn't we?
Get them out of there. We did already.
Yeah, gone. How about this one? For the AEW TBS Championship, your champion, Mercedes Moné, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Suave ain't gonna win.
Britt Baker ain't gonna win.
Same. There's no reason you get this much heat on her, on Mercedes Moné, just to make her lose to the hometown hero or the homegrown hero. Britt Baker ain't gonna win this time, but there's going to be a time where she does. It just ain't gonna be in Wembley.
For the amount of heat and disdain that Mercedes Moné is garnering on TV, in these dirt sheets, on the internet, in the comment section, I think you can milk for a couple more months before she takes an L. Doesn't mean it won't be to Britt Baker, it just won't be to Britt Baker in Wembley. The money's in the chase. So if Britt Baker's here to stay and she's gonna be a regular, let's work up to it.
Yeah, get a bag out of it. Don't cash out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stretch this out to when World's End. It's just me though. Go ahead.
For the AEW World Tag Team Championships.
World.
The champions, the Young Bucks, taking on FTR, taking on the Acclaimed. If you did not see the last episode of Collision and see that 30-minute masterclass on the tag team match between FTR and the Acclaimed, shame on you. Suave and I had the great privilege of seeing FTR taking on the Briscoes the first time, and Curtis Caldwell a couple of years ago. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe.
Yep.
They are a sight to see. They are you should want to see FTR in action because they are the last of a dying breed of tag teams.
Absolutely.
And they give you excitement about seeing a tag team. Anybody who says the Young Bucks are that, maybe for a generation, just not for our generation. FTR is the throwback. That reason, styles make fights. You have a hybrid with the Acclaimed that bridges both the technical skill of an FTR versus the acrobatics of the Young Bucks. and then you have those two teams that do it individually. That aside, Suave, who ain't gonna win?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say anybody not named the Acclaim.
Suave, you're reading my mind. I'm with you on that one too.
Yeah, another FTR title run, like second verse, same as the first. I don't see what you're gonna do differently with them this time that would be different from what you were doing with them before. And truth be told, you had put them in so many compromised positions that you had kind of burnt them out of the good graces of AEW's core audience.
Whether they decide to carry it on and try to get another run out of it eventually, or they decide they want to, stop tagging for a while or take a break, it doesn't matter. FTR's resume is already cemented. Nothing, they're bulletproof at this point. I think it does it does the Acclaim much better to get a clean victory on FTR in a three-way match than it does for them to pin Young Bucks on some international objectry, if you know what I mean.
And then you have the Young Bucks who won the titles, were back sometime back in April, and literally second week of August had their first title defense.
Yeah, they've literally done nothing with the titles since they won them in April.
They turned the comment section into a storyline with that just by itself. But yeah, I mean, I don't see what necessarily could be gained from continuing on the same path that the Young Bucks are on now, because it doesn't look like there's a tag team that's waiting in the wings that's like, okay, that's who they're going to end up losing to. It's like, you don't really have anybody, so let's try to create something. Let's see if we can't get the Acclaim back hot again.
Right.
The free agent pool. I don't think the free agent pool on tag teams is just overflowing either.
That part.
So, bing bong.
All right. You can't have a show in Wembley without a bruv being on board. For the AEW International Championship, I'm sorry, for the AEW American Championship, Will Ospreay taking on MJF. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Bruv ain't gonna win.
Agreed. Bruv ain't gonna win. Bruv doesn't need to win. In fact, Bruv could use to take an L. He can stand to take an L right now. Max needs to win more than anything because all he's been doing is just, beating ass for the last few months.
I don't have any disagreement. I don't. Bruv has a path to keep going if he takes another L here. You're gonna derail MJF if he comes back and he's been back home 2 months, and he done re-signed as the guy. He done got this awful tattoo, if it's really a real one. He has this terrible tattoo about betting on himself in AEW. It's not time for him to crap out.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Meanwhile, like you said, whether Bruv wins or loses, there's a trajectory for him. So there's more stake in him losing than it is in him winning, because if he wins, he has to continue to keep this badge on his back. If he loses, he can go 2 or 3 different places, and not all of them mean that he has to stay in AEW to make it happen. Bruv ain't gonna win.
As a babyface, the money is in the chase. So whether win, lose, or draw, he has a tomorrow.
And Max needs to hit him with that Dynamite Diamond ring to win the belt.
Because from what I'm seeing, there's a couple of options they have here. So yes, he could end up with the Dynamite Diamond ring to knock him out, or we could have a situation where Kyle Fletcher and or Don Callis finally decides to turn on Bruv, which I kind of see brewing, like it's coming at some point. The other part of it is Will Ospreay's whole quest in life is going to revolve around that Tiger Driver 91.
Mm-hmm.
They're building up to the moment where he finally decides to pull the trigger using that again. It's going to happen to Max.
Yeah, you think so? I was just about to say, who is it going to happen to? And if this is it, it's going to happen to Max, and it still won't happen in this match.
No, it shouldn't. Now, if it does, I'm gonna be like, you just threw away 6 months of free money. But yeah.
Let's see. So let's look at the pay-per-view calendar before we move on to our main event here. For the rest of the year, we have what in the world here? There we go. Wembley, All Out in Chicago-ish. Wrestle Dream in Tacoma again. Dynasty. Oh, that was earlier this year. My bad. Full Gear is in Newark, and then World's End is in Orlando.
So Max is championed by which one's in Newark?
Full Gear.
Okay.
A week before the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I could very well see Max being champ by then by Full Gear. I could very much see that. Max being back in the driver's seat as champion. I don't know if you're gonna have a face or a heel Adam Cole when he comes back, so that's a challenger there.
How do you get to Max being the champion by then? Actually, put a pin in that.
Okay.
Put a pin in that. We'll wait till after All Out to talk about that.
How long after All In is All Out?
All Out is September the 7th, I believe. Yep, September 7th.
So like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be back.
Let's see here. How does Max get to title by Full Gear? Bam. There you go. All right. Put the pin in that bad boy. Finally. That match that everybody, the entire world's waiting on. You can't go wrong with this one here. Title versus career. For the AEW World Championship, your champion Swerve Strickland taking on Bryan Danielson and his wrestling career. Suave, who ain't gonna win.
The stipulations of the match make it a dead giveaway.
One would think.
But I'm going to keep it G. I'm not picking against Swerve, so Bryan Danielson ain't going to win.
I want to say Bryan Danielson ain't going to win because of the interview. I also think that could be part of a swerve because at the end of the day, Bryan Danielson is part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Little known fact, or little recognized fact, both of these guys represent the great state of Washington, which has a lot to do with the camaraderie that they have and the chemistry that they're going to have in the matches that we see.
There's a Wrestle Dream coming up after this anyway.
In Tacoma.
Guaranteed you're not going to Tacoma and not bringing Bryan Danielson with you. So
yeah,
the rest of the schedule for the rest of the year just says you need Bryan Danielson here.
Something tells me Hangnail Page is going to be the reason why Danielson is able to gain the championship, just to say he got one last run in this game before he had to hang up those boots. And that's going to trigger another feud between Hangnail and Swerve. If Swerve doesn't ever get his rematch, which I think he should get his rematch come Wrestle Dream. But even if he doesn't get his rematch, I'm putting the cart before the horse. I'm jumping the shark. 2 weeks. Well, actually, 3 weeks. Remember, we're putting the pin in that conversation. How does MJF get there? All this ties in. Quick.
You know what? Now that you've laid it out the way you have and given me the pay-per-view calendar and those locations, I'm with you on what you pitched me earlier about Hangnail being the reason Swerve loses, but then Swerve in short order gets back where he's supposed to, gets back in the driver's seat, and then right after that, we get another situation where okay, pin in that. I'm with you.
Yeah, pin in that. This clipped. We've got evidence.
I think I just put that all together real quick. We'll see here. Go ahead.
Show at brokenpistolbc.com, brokenpistolbc@gmail.com, at brokenpistolbc on all things social, at brokenpistolbc on what?
Everything.
We'll catch you watching from Wembley. We won't be in Wembley. We'll catch everybody watching the show from Wembley. same time as y'all will. That Suave, take us to the house.
Pencil pushers, like, rate, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend, and then tell that friend again. Heads up, pencils down.